Welcome back to Stay in Your Lane with Ashlee Battersbee.
Welcome back, everybody. As you know, our topic today is impaired driving, driving under the influence. And I am now joined by Mr. Sherwin Hollis. Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here. So Mr. Hollis has been through the DUI program, and he has very graciously agreed to come and share his experience. So why don't you tell us how you got where you are today?
Well, I'll tell you how I got in the DUI program. I was to a party and with a friend, and I decided I was going to catch the bus in because I knew everybody was drunk.
Right.
And I watched them change from when they were sober and starting to drink, and I can actually see people transform. But they decided they wanted to go to another party at Battersbee Club. So I decided I'm going to go catch the bus, But somewhere in there, I felt that I was kind of going to miss something. And sometimes grandiosity pops up and there's females around and look, this. And
you don't want to miss it.
So I went with them to Battersbee, and I was trying to get them to leave, and as they were leaving, they had what we so-called almost a driver, and on back home, we almost got in an accident, and it was so funny that the police didn't stop the car there, So we came back from a party, and the driver that was driving drove and to her destination and where it was going, and the other people, the other females in the car they were really drunk. Me, like everybody else, thinking that I wasn't intoxicated like damn.
Right.
So I'm capable of taking the wheel.
Gotcha.
I never had any judgment or assessment as to what my impairment might have been like. I just took the wheel according to how the other people
Because you felt like you were better than they were.
Yeah, I felt that I was in a better position than them to drive.
Right.
And I was in the gas station and I saw the police car. And I came out of the gas station, and the minute I sat in the car, they came, and they arrested me.
Right there.
But the amazing thing is that when they went and gave me the breathalyzer and told me how much alcohol was in my blood, I had no idea. I just thought I was capable of driving, and most of us do that.
Yep.
And when you start asking the things as to why people do things, because I found out in the past few years, because I'm still involved with 12-step programs, recovery, because I have to do these things in order to stay clean.
Right.
But the amazing thing is that a lot of people don't want to find out about themselves. Why people? Because they know that the police are going to be out. They know that they're drunk. They know that they're leaving them to be drunk, And most men, because of grandiosity, we're not going to leave a party and catch the bus.
Right.
And then you're not going to be all dressed up and, just go catch a taxi, or walk to where you got to go. So we drive and we ignore things, and in the mind when stuff gets like that, through learning about myself, is that there's a lot of hidden issues as to why we're like that. And one of the things is that we're just plain damn selfish.
That is very true.
We're really selfish people at times when we do these things because we don't care about ourselves nor the other person. But to find that out, you have to have strength or a better spirit. Better spirit in order to want to find things about yourself and be honest about yourself.
Right. And you found that in the program.
Yes. And one thing about DUI, when I went into DUI, because I had other issues that, to deal with. So it was the course that I chosen in my life. Today, I'm a much more spiritual man. I believe in God, And when I look at all the things, oh, the falling down in the bathrooms, I haven't had an accident or anything on the road, but falling down in the bathrooms, falling off the bike in the yard, busting my mouth, all these type of things, forgetting where I'm going. Didn't know how I got in. Wondering the next day how I made it there.
Wow.
And today I believe that was all through the grace of God.
Amen.
And a lot of us are playing Russian roulette with that, because God is good and God will look after you. But at some point, you can go too far away and somebody's going to get hurt. Now, the DUI program, I chose to take that program because it came to a point that it's got to be something wrong with me.
Right. Right. And not everybody can recognize that.
I didn't grow up under undisciplined parents, or family. I had them things, but society gives it when you reach an age now. You develop your own stuff.
Right.
And we forget principles. And most of the time, the spiritual principles is what we lose. So we lose value.
Right. And we change the image.
For life and for other people, And the DUI program, when I went through there, it was fortunate because I wanted to be better. A failed relationship, marriage, all these type of things. And just because of my gender, I done things a lot of ways. But in the DUI program, it's important if you decide to take the DUI program, you have to give the program a chance.
Right.
And I've been in there, I've seen a lot of people go in there and they're just going there to go through the course, go through the process, come back out, drink again. But if you sit down and listen to the counselor, I was fortunate, I had a very good counselor, female, young lady, way younger than me, but she gave me good information and she challenged me. The DUI program challenged you if you give it a chance because they don't tell you not to drink again.
Right.
The DUI program, the counselors don't tell you you're not going to drink again. You have a choice to go through it, come back up as soon as you finish, go drink. You have a choice not to make it. Nobody forced you to go in there. But if you sit down and work that program, you're going to find something about yourself, And most of the time, it's a lot of weakness and negativity.
Right. People run away from that.
And people run away from that.
Yeah.
Because they don't want to believe that the stuff and the places that we go and the people that we get around to do these type of activities that's going to let you get in your car and drive drunk, they don't want to believe, the actual truth about this way of living,
Right.
And so it's a weakness, and the DUI program is put there as an opportunity, and it's not there for just to have a slap on the back, which most people use it for.
Right.
So I went in that program and I listened, and I done the homework, I went in this program and I said, I've entered the program, and I said, I'm going to go through this program of all the sanction, and the counselor told me, there's no way nobody goes through this program without a sanction.
Oh, what's a sanction?
Well, you done something wrong, or you didn't do something you're supposed to be, or you missed your curfew, or, and things like that.
Got you.
You got a curfew.
Right.
In the program.
Right. Right.
And
Which would basically tell you don't expect perfection from yourself because it's a learning process.
Well, because it's been known. But me, that when I look, is that this became an opportunity for me, an opportunity to see if I can stand by myself, as an individual.
Right.
Because the only reason I went to bars and parties and all them things is because I want to be like somebody, or I want to be around like-minded people.
Right.
Right. And because if I don't drink, I felt that I'm going to stand out, and that's been my life for many years, but I found so many things about out about myself in this program.
Okay.
Reasons why my relationships weren't working. The reason when I thought that I was cool, drop a rap on a female and all them type of things, come find out from my counselor and through the program, right? That I wasn't all that. And what happens is that the DUI program doesn't focus on your alcohol totally, you know? They focus on the individual. They focus on trying to make people change, trying to make people decide that they don't have to drink.
Right.
You know? They can still enjoy themselves, they can still do things, but you gotta find some stuff out about yourself. You know, the things that you're lacking, boundaries, responsibility. You know, people work every day. And that's, you know, that's nothing gigantic. That's a norm.
Right.
You know? And that's why we call people normal. These are normal people, you know, they're functionable.
Right.
They're functionable, you know? So, and we get that in our head and we're functionable so we can do what we do all the time because we're functional people and it's going to be all right, you know? But if you do the literature, do the work, listen to the counselors in the DUI program, they're going to make you find out things about yourself, you know? And you're going to find out that you lack in a lot of areas, you know, and selfishness, closed-mindedness, you know, and things like that, you know, those are the essence of drunk and driving, you know, and it's unfortunate to life, but through the grace of God, you know, I'm hurt because I ended up in the hospital.
Oh, wow.
Paralyzed, you know, and so I had some time, you know, I had this problem with my stomach, couldn't understand it. It took me to go to the hospital to really say, you know, that,
Open your eyes.
you know, I got to deal with something. But I couldn't stop doing the things that I was doing, especially drinking. I couldn't do that because I've been doing it all my life.
Right.
You know, football, you know, all that. That was the norm. That you drank. You know?
It's like the culture in Bermuda. It's just so like a part of what we do as entertainment.
Yeah, well, that's
Easily accessible, and then people abuse it, and then they wind up on the wrong side of it.
we lose more, and we pick the morals of the street up, you know, and that's okay, and it's mainly because of selfishness and ignorance, you know, and which is virtue, you know. But how many people? I'm fortunate because I do 12-step programs, you know, and the things that happened that I had to do in the DUI program, you know, stripped me from my whole way of thinking. And people that don't want to stay in the DUI program is because they don't want to find out about themselves.
And they don't want to change.
Exactly, you know, and they're not open to learn,
Right.
you know. I mean, I'm 66 years old. I'm 4 years clean now. You know, so I in my 60s when I ran in this thing. A young lady like you know, was my counselor. You know, and she telling me stuff, you know, where normally I would look, this lady telling me,
Right.
you know, this, you know. But I had to go home and put the work in and do the homework and find out for myself. And it's painful. That's why people don't do stuff. That's why people don't change, because it's too painful.
Yep.
You know,
Stay in that
because
comfort zone.
if it's one thing, and Mr. Grant shared it, but said it in a different way, that when you want to change stuff, you got to change everything. You know, and some people just don't want to do that.
Yep.
You know, I never knew how it was going to be, but the DUI program, and I haven't had a drink since. And I don't have the desire
That's good.
to drink. But what I do have now, right, is a spiritual essence about my life. And God is the key to it. So, and going through the DUI has helped me to connect with my higher power, which is God. You know, I do believe in that. And I stick with that. And through that, it's helped me to start going and visiting and joining things that's going to help me to live like that. Because I never thought especially like how I grew up and, my football friends and, people and, family, all them. I never thought that I can be me without
Right.
chasing and doing everything that they're doing. And everything in Bermuda involves alcohol.
Right. Yeah.
If it ain't no alcohol, it ain't a party.
Right.
But that's a myth.
Right. Some people think it's like a part of their identity, and if I
Yeah,
don't have that,
that's
who am I?
Some people don't go to a party if you say you ain't gonna have alcohol.
Yeah, that's true.
But when you want to stop drinking, right? People, places, and things. I learned all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's a factor. It don't say places, things, and then people. It says people, places, and things. People first.
Mm-hmm.
People first. And you're gonna drive because of the influence of each other. If you go out and you party, somebody's gonna drive.
Right, exactly. And nobody wants to be the one that's not drinking.
Yeah, because people like to see you making a fool of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes you have to eliminate some people because life, I tell you, life is valuable. And that doctor too. The doctor at the hospital said to me, he said, Mr. Holland, I'm not gonna tell you not to drink, but I'm gonna advise you that you shouldn't drink again.
Mm-hmm.
And when he said he's not telling me not to drink, I'm still drinking. Yeah, I could drink.
Right.
But through the DUI program and all that helped me to realize that I don't need that in my life, And today, with people like Mr. Grant and counselors and programs and stuff is available everywhere.
Mm-hmm. You have that support out there.
But you got to give up self and start caring about other people.
That
The
pride,
DUI
right?
taught me how to be responsible. I'm married today. Because of the things that I learned in DUI about myself.
Nice.
I learned how to respect the female. Still get mad as hell sometimes at you, but that's life.
Gonna happen. Yeah.
That's life. But I'm living life clean.
Right. With different perspective, different mindset.
Living life clean. And so the DUI program showed me how to hold bonding, showed me about bonding, they showed me how life can be like and how happy and joyous and free you can be without substances, or mind-altering substances. And people, they don't want to look at it like that. They just say alcohol.
Right.
But alcohol is a mind-altering substance. You take one drink of alcohol and you change.
It only takes one.
You change. I don't care. You may not see it yourself, but you can guarantee the person sitting beside you sees it. And if they don't see it because they look just like you,
Yeah.
and that's why we keep going to the same places. And today I'll say that's a sign of weakness.
Right.
It's each one person help one person, and eventually we just come. Somebody take the party away from the party
Right.
and put it somewhere else. We just keep going back to the same stuff, and the same thing gonna happen.
Okay.
And we're gonna continuously die.
Yeah, it's a cycle.
Yeah, I live clean, and I'm still gonna swear about it today.
Yeah.
But I never say, look at that fool anymore.
Right.
I
Because you see
say,
it
thank
differently.
God, thank God, he didn't it,
Yeah, exactly.
and I'm living clean. That was my life.
Right.
That was my life.
Right.
And I'm proud of richer and freer life today because of concepts like Mr. Grant, people like Mr. Grant, the DUI program, And as a matter of fact, he brought me here because I always go back and visit, and I must do that.
Yeah.
Because I haven't been for a couple of months, but I always go back to this and show up to try to support the other people
Right.
that's coming into the DUI.
Right. Because you never know, how your story could affect and help somebody who's just starting out that maybe thinks, I don't think I want to commit.
But you know what? You know what it is? Life changed in people, right? It's not so much saying things to people. It's being that attraction.
Right.
Being that attraction are living clean, not drinking alcohol.
Right. And still having a great life.
People see it. People
Yeah.
see it. And so people distance. And for people like me, you know, DUI has given me this opportunity to start being attraction to other people, other young people.
And show them it's possible.
You know, because so much of my life was automatic to be around that sort of stuff.
Right.
So I'm just grateful for God, and you know, I hope that somebody somewhere will be an individual at some point, you know, and don't drink and drive.
I agree.
You might hit me.
Yeah, we don't want that.
Yeah.
None of us wish to be hit. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Hollis. That was your experience was definitely, I'm sure, helped somebody, touched somebody. And I hope that it encourages somebody to maybe enter the DUI program if they're thinking about it and to see it through, because as you can see, everyone, it's very possible. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Hollis, for coming on the show and sharing your experience. I hope that it touches somebody and encourages them to follow your path. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we hope that you look forward to our next episode. Drive safe, Bermuda. Okay, bye.
Thanks for watching. We hope that you have enjoyed the show. See you next time.